Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Now we will present our final project called PLS Sensor for Indoor Environmental Monitoring. Me, Irene Belcia Altumijanto, will not be presenting this final project alone. I'm here with my other teammates, Aurelia Fitri Soleha, Luna Akilana Wijaya, Nabila Huliza, and Narotama Zaki Saidan.
I will be explaining our background's final project. Indoor environmental conditions such as temperature, humidity, pressure, and light intensity play an important role in maintaining comfort and ensuring proper equipment performance. However, conventional monitoring methods are still mostly manual, which make them inefficient and unable to provide real-time data. With the development of Internet of Things technology, environmental monitoring can now be performed automatically and continuously. The use of ESP32 combined with environmental sensor allow low power wireless and data transmission. In addition, MQTT and web-based dashboard enable real-time data visualization that is easy to access and monitor. Therefore, this project proposes an ESP32-based indoor environmental monitoring system to address this limitation.
Next is our problem statement. In our final project, our team focused on developing an indoor environmental monitoring system using ASP32. To complete the system, we identified 5 key problem statements that guided our work. First, sensor data acquisition. How can we design an ASP32-based system that reads data from BMA280 and BH1750 sensors using the I2C protocol? This problem focused on the hardware and communication layer because we needed to ensure that temperature, humidity, pressure, and light intensity can be read accurately without any communication conflict. Second, wireless data transmission. How can we transmit environmental data wirelessly from the ASP32 transmitter to the ASP32 receiver in a reliable manner? Since the system used multiple ASP32 units, we needed a stable wireless link, minimal data loss, and consistent delivery. Third, MQTT communication. How can we implement MQTT publish subscribe communication on the ESP32 receiver for real-time data delivery? MQTT was chosen for lightweight IoT messaging, but we needed to design the topic, structure, publishing, and subscription handling. Fourth, web dashboard integration. How do we integrate the MQTT data into a web-based monitoring dashboard using HTML, CSS, and WebSocket? This addresses the front-end visualization layer. The challenge was to present sensor data clearly and update it in real time. Fifth, system efficiency and suitability. Finally, how do we ensure the whole system operates efficiently and remains suitable for indoor environmental monitoring? These include sensor placement, response time, user-friendly visualizations, and power usage.
Next is our objective, where it consists of 5 points. The first objective is to design an ESP32-based system capable of collecting indoor environmental data. This system utilizes the BME280 sensor to measure temperature, humidity, and atmospheric pressure, as well as the BH1750 sensor to measure light intensity. Both sensors communicate with the ESP32 using the I2C protocol. The second objective is to implement reliable wireless data transmission between the ESP32 transmitter and ESP32 receiver. This ensures that the environmental data collected by the sensor can be delivered accurately and consistently. The third objective is to integrate the MQTT protocol on the receiver side. MQTT is used for publishing and subscribing to data, enabling efficient data distribution within the system. The fourth objective is to develop a web-based dashboard using WebSocket technology. This dashboard allows real-time visualization of indoor environmental conditions, providing users with immediate access to the monitored data. Finally, the last objective is to create an efficient and low-power system that is suitable for continuous indoor environmental monitoring, ensuring long-term operation with minimal energy consumption. On this slide, I will explain the fundamental concept of this project. First, Internet of Things or IoT. IoT refers to a system where physical devices are connected to the internet to collect and exchange data automatically. In this project, IoT is used to enable real-time monitoring of indoor environmental conditions. Next, the ESP32 microcontroller. ESP32 is a low-power microcontroller with built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It is chosen because it provides reliable wireless communication and sufficient processing capability. In this system, the ESP32 is used as both the transmitter and the receiver. Then, the I2C communication protocol. I2C is a serial communication protocol that uses the two lines, namely SDL and HCL. It allows multiple sensors to communicate with a single microcontroller efficiently. In this project, I2C is used to connect the ESP32 with the BME280 and BH1750 sensor. Next, the BME280 sensor. The BME280 is used to measure temperature, humidity, and atmospheric pressure. It offers good accuracy and low power consumption, making it suitable for indoor environmental monitoring. After that, the BH1750 sensor. The BH1750 is a digital sensor used to measure light intensity in logs. It is applied to evaluate indoor lighting conditions. In addition, wireless communication between ESP32 nodes is implemented. This communication enables data transmission without physical connection. Sensor data is sent from transmitter ESP32 to the receiver ESP32. For data transmission to the server, the MQTT protocol is used. MQTT is a lightweight messaging protocol designed for IoT application. It allows efficient data delivery using a publish-subscribe mechanism. Finally, a web-based monitoring system is used. The system displays sensor data in real time through a web dashboard, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are used to present and update the data. These fundamentals support the overall design of the proposed system.
Now, let me walk you through our project methodology, which follow a systematic and rigorous approach, especially we designed for our place sensor for indoor environmental monitoring system. First, we begin with comprehensive literature review. We extensively study research on Bluetooth Low Energy Communication Protocol, ESP32 microcontroller capability, environmental sensor for integration, especially with sensor BME280 for temperature, humidity, and pressure, and sensor BH1750 for light intensity. We also review MQTT protocol documentation for IoT data transmission with WebSocket implementation for real data communication. And we also exciting indoor monitoring architecture. This helps us establish our theoretical foundation and understanding the technical requirement for multi-sensor integration and dual protocol communication. Second, we move to problem identification. We identify the critical need for comprehensive indoor environmental monitor that cover not just temperature and humidity, but also atmosphere pressure and light intensity. For parameters that significantly affect the indoor comfort and health, we examined the limitation in exciting single sensor system and formulate our searching question: how can we develop a multi-sensor BLS system using ESP32 that accurately monitor for environmental parameter and transmit data reliably through both BLE and MQTT protocol to enable real-time monitor and data storage. Third, data collection is conducted through comprehensive experimental method. This is where we rigorously test our system. We collect the data by exposing our sensor to various controller conditions. We tested the PMA28 temperature sensor by placing in the cold environment and warm condition to verify its range and accuracy. We test humidity response by exporting to the sensor to moisturize, literally wetting the environment to see humidity change. We validated the light sensor BX7050 by using a flashlight or center at different distance and intensity to measure lux variation. We also tested pressure reading using different environmental conditions: all raw sensor data, temperature in Celsius, humidity in percentage, pressure in HPL, and light in lux were logged for analysis. 4. We perform data processing and analysis. The collected sensor data from BX328 and BH7050 is processed by the ESP32 DivKit slave unit. We apply the statistic analysis to calculate average reading, detect anomalies, and assess sensor response time. We analyze the BLE transmission efficiency between slave and master ESP32 units, measure data packet loss rate, and evaluated MQTT message delivery reliability. We also calculate system latency from sensor to display output and compare our multi-sensor reading with theoretical specification. 5th, the design and implementation phase. This is our actual system architecture as shown in the diagram. We implemented a dual microcontroller setup. The slave ESP32 collect data from both PMA28 environmental sensor and PA7050 light sensor. Then we are transmit via BLE to the master ESP32. The master ESP32 acts as publisher, receiving BLE data and forward it to MQTT protocol. The data flow to WebSocket for a real-time communication to our server, which acts as subscriber. Then the server store all data in our database and simulation display real-time reading. We successfully tested the two protocol communication, BLE for local wireless sensor to gateway transmission and MQTT for internet-based gateway to server transmission. We also verify our system work across two laptops and connected via IP address in practice, demonstrating the real-time network implementation, not just stimulate. 6. We conduct evaluation and validate data. We validate our two sensors, two different environmental, and successfully transmit our data communication through PLA connection by measuring the stable connection range between slave and master ESP32. We got ESP32 in the range 30 meters indoor depending on obstacle. We validate MQTT reliability by monitoring message delivery success rate between master ESP32 and server. We successfully developed our local network. We also validated our dual laptop setup by successfully establishing IEP-based connection and for confirming real-time data flow from sensor to database to display. Every validation was documented with actual measured data, error calculation, and comparison against Mark II factor specific and industry standard. Finally, we compile everything into the comprehensive final report that systematically documents our complete system architecture. We successfully, with all environmental testing scenario, quantitative result from all sensor, communication performance metrics, validation procedure, and scientific conclusion. This report served as completed technical document proving our system is not only functional but thoroughly tested and validated.
Next is the concept or system design.
In the initial stage, the system is deployed in an indoor environment and consists of two types of sensors, an environmental sensor BME280 and a light intensity sensors BH1750. The raw data collected from these sensors are transmitted by the first ESP32 DevKit V1, which operates as a slave device to a second ESP32 DevKit V1 acting as the master device using Bluetooth Low Energy communication. The master ESP32 then proceeds and forwards the received data using MQTT protocol, where it functions as a publisher that sends data to the server using as the subscriber. Subsequently, the data are delivered to the internet using a WebSocket service. The server stores the received data in a database, allowing the information to be visualized and monitored via a web-based dashboard.
Next is the hardware design of the system.
Wiring diagram explanation. 1. The two ESP32 DevKit V1 ports are used as transmitter and receiver. 2. The ESP32 transmitter is connected to BME280 and BH1750 sensors via I2C, SDA, and SCL. 3. Both sensors share the same I2C lines and are powered by 3.3V and GND from ESP32. 4. The transmitter sends sensors data wirelessly to the ESP32 receiver. 5. The receiver forwards the data to the MQTT broker for web-based monitoring.
Now I'll be explaining the software design or the code implementation for first the BLE transmitter component. My teammates have already covered the system architecture and design, so I'll focus more on how the code works and what each part does. Next is the software design. So first I'll be explaining the BLE transmitter code implementation. My teammates have already covered the system design, so I'll focus on how the code works. The code is structured into several sections. At the top are configuration constants, including two separate I2C bus definitions, BLE-UUIDs, and a 2-second send interval. We use two independent I2C buses, I2C bus 0 on pins 21 and 22 for the BNA280 environmental sensor, and I2C bus 1 on pins 25 and 26 for the BH1750 light sensor. These separations prevents address conflicts and improves reliability. The code also has sensor objects for BMA280 and BH1750, BLE server objects, and flags to track sensor and connection status. Second, for BLE connection handling, there is a callback class with two functions. When a client connects, the onConnect function sets a device connected flag to true. On the other hand, when a client disconnects, the onDisconnect function sets the flag to false and immediately restarts advertising so new clients can discover the device again. Third, the chunk data transmission. The notify chunk function solves BLA 20-byte packet limitations. Because BLA typically can only send 20 bytes per notification, so our GSON messages are longer than this. That's why we need to split them. These functions break the payload into 18-byte chunks with a small safety margin. It loops through the entire payload, sending one chunk at a time after each chunk. It waits 15 milliseconds to let the BLA stack transmit reliably. The receiver collects these chunks and reassembles them into the complete message. The setup function initializes everything when the device boots. After starting serial communication, it initializes both I2C buses with their respective pins at 100 kHz, where each bus is scanned to verify that the devices are connected. For the BMA280, it tries two possible I2C addresses, OX76 and OX77, checking which one responds. For the BH1750, it tries OX23 and OX5C. Success or failure is stored in flags and printed to serial. Before initializing BLA, the code releases classic Bluetooth memory to free up heap space. Then it initializes BLA with the device name ESP32_sensor and requires a larger MTU size of 185 bytes. It creates a BLA server with callbacks, creates a service with our UUID, and creates a characteristic configured for read and notify operations. A BLA2902 descriptor is added for notification support. Finally, it configures advertising to include the service UUID and starts advertising to make the device discoverable. The loop functions. The next one is the loop functions. The loop function runs continuously and implements timing control using mils. It only processes if 2 seconds have passed since the last transmission. It reads sensor values if BMA280 is working. It reads temperatures in Celsius, humidity as percentage, and pressure converted to hectopascals. On the other hand, BH1750 is working. It will reach the light intensity in lux. All values then will be printed to serial. Then it builds a GSON message using SNPrintf and a fixed character array for memory stability. The GSON content depends on which sensors are available. If both work, it includes all 4 values. If only BMA280 works, it includes temperature, humidity, and pressure. If only BH1750 works, it includes just light level. If a client is connected and there's data to send, it prints the message and calls notify chunk to transmit the GSON payload over BLA in small chunks. The loop then repeats after the configured interval. Next is the BLA receiver, where it organized into several sections. At the top are configuration constants. Similar to the transmitter, it includes Wi-Fi credential, MQTT broker settings, and BLA UUIDs that identify our sensor device. Below that are global objects for Wi-Fi, MQTT, and BLA connections. The main functional sections include a buffer system for receiving BLA data, MQTT publishing helpers, payload processing, and connection management for Wi-Fi, MQTT, and BLA. Finally, there's a setup and loop function. Second, the BLA data buffer system. The RX reset clears the buffer and resets the line counter. RX feed receives incoming data and appends it to the buffer, checking for overflow to prevent memory corruption. And then the RX pop GSON extract one complete JSON message from the buffer. It reads for opening and closing braces. If both are found, it copies that complete JSON out and removes it from the buffer. If the closing brace isn't found yet, it waits for more data. The system handles data that arrive in small fragments and assembles it into complete message. Next, receiving and processing data. The notify callback function is triggered when the BLA device sends data. It feeds incoming bytes into the buffer, then use a while loop to extract complex JSON message. The loop is important because the buffer might contain multiple complex messages. The handle payload function processes each message. First, it publishes the raw message to MQTT for debugging. Then it parses the JSON using static JSON document, which allocates memory on the stack for stability. It then extracts sensor value checking for temp, hum, press or pressure, and logs. Each value is published to its own MQTT topic. The code will check if each key exists before accessing it to prevent error. Next, the MQTT publishing and BLS scanning. Two helper functions handle MQTT publishing. Publish KV constructs the full topic and publishes with the return flag enabled. Publish float formats floating point numbers to 2 decimal places for consistent sensor ratings. For BLS scanning, a callback class called myAdvertisedDevice callback checks its discovered device. When it finds our specific service UID, it saves the device, sets a connection flag, and stops scanning. The start scan function configures scan parameters and runs for 5 seconds. Next is the connection management. The connect to BLA function establishes the BLA connection. It creates a client connects to the device, retrieves the service and characteristic, checks if notifications are supported, resets the buffer, registers the callback, and publishes connection status. If any step fails, it disconnects and returns false. The ensure Wi-Fi function checks if Wi-Fi is connected. If not, it configures station mode and attempts connection for up to 20 seconds. If it fails, after 40 attempts, it restarts the ESP32. The ensure MQTT function configures the server, generates a unique client ID using the MAC address, and connects to the broker. On success, it publishes status message. The last one is the setup and main loop. The setup function starts serial communication, establishes Wi-Fi and MQTT connections, initialize BLA with a device name, requests an MTU of 185 bytes, and start the first BLA scan. The loop functions maintain all connections by calling ensure Wi-Fi, ensure MQTT, and MQTT.loop. It checks if the do connect flag is set from scanning. If so, it attempts connection. On failure, it publishes disconnected status and restarts scanning. It also monitors if the BLA clients disconnect. If detected, it publishes disconnected status and restarts scanning. This ensures automatic recovery from connection failure. Next is the testing results, where it can be shown from the previous slide that the system successfully displayed real-time environmental data on the web dashboard, where it shows that the temperature value was 23.61 Celsius, indicating normal indoor temperature conditions. The humidity reading reached 96.32%, categorized as high humidity, and then the air pressure value was 991.31 hectopascal, which fall within normal atmospheric pressure range. The light intensity measurement was 160.733 lux, indicating bright indoor lighting conditions. It shows that data transmission from ESP32 and sensors to the web dashboard via MQTT operated correctly without noticeable delay. The dashboard uploaded data in real time and showed the system connection status as connected, indicating stable communication. Next is the analysis. Based on the testing result, we can summarize it into 5 key points. First, the system successfully acquires temperature, humidity, pressure, and light intensity data in real time. Second, communication between the ESP32 transmitter and receiver operates reliably with no significant data loss. Third, the MQTT protocol enables efficient and low-latency transmission of sensor data. Fourth, WebSocket communication allows real-time data delivery from the server to the web dashboard without page refresh. 5. The integration of MQTT and WebSocket results in a responsive and effective indoor environmental monitoring system.
So, I will summarize our presentation in 5 points. The first point is that an ESP32-based indoor environmental monitoring system has been successfully developed. Second, the system is able to measure temperature, humidity, pressure, and light intensities accurately. Third, wireless communication between ESP32 nodes work reliably for data transmission. Fourth, MQTT and WebSocket protocols enable real-time data delivery to the web dashboard. And the fifth point is that the system is suitable for continuous and real-time indoor environmental monitoring application.
And the last one is recommendations. Based on our project, there are two key points that we can improve. First, to optimize PCB design and shape, and second, add an external case for the PCB. Thank you.